Hi y'all, Mike Peace with a couple of quick ornament tips for you in this little short video. Christmas time, people always ask me where you get these cute little birds. They used to be plentiful, but they're a little harder to find, and they're kind of pricey. They're made shine out of paper. One of the problems with them is, besides being hard to find, is they're so fragile. They just drop off when you put glue. They get knocked a little bit. So my solution, instead of buying them, turn you some. I did a video a while back on turning miniature birdhouse ornaments with miniature birds. I thought I'd give you an update. Here's some that I made, and it dawned on me as I was turning some this year that it would be neat to show the wings on the side by just simply gluing up some dark wood against some light wood and then turning it, and when you turn it away you wind up showing the wings. So I'll have a link to that video if that's something you might be interested in. After cutting them into long square slices, I put it between centers, rounded it off enough where I could get it in a collet chuck to wind up turning the little birdies. The hard part's in the glue up. Once you got it glued, they turn extremely fast with a skew. I'm using a 3/4 inch, ½ inch probably work better, and I have a smaller one, that round one I sometimes use. And you just take it down to the tail. I didn't even bother to do much sanding on the pieces. I rough sawed on the bandsaw. It didn't seem to make a lot of difference. And then when you turn the tail, you can see that the wing starts forming. Then I start finish rounding it off. Size it. And now's the part, one of the important parts. The rest of it, you can see it only takes moments. It's drilling that hole for the reinforcing piece of wire. So I use an awl to mark the hole, and then I use just a small pin vise, and I kind of slant it a little bit from the bottom of the body toward where the head's going to be, and it only takes just a few moments of twirling this thing to drill that hole. So there's details in that longer video, but I thought y'all would be interested in seeing these ones with the wings, because they are kind of cute. And then you can alternate the heads. You can make them either out of dark or light, depending on how you want to contrast it. And then I usually try to sand it just a bit while it's on there. But the skew generally makes a pretty good, does pretty well with it. And if the wings are not even, it doesn't make a lot of difference. You're generally only going to see one side once you get it mounted on a birdhouse. So you can, like I say, this lends itself to cutting, rough cutting. Just use good carpenter's glue when you glue it up. And then you can you might have a tiny little bump. You can put your sandpaper and just quickly knock that little bump off. Recent video I did on how to hold small parts on your lathe. Dave Walser pointed out a method I'd forgotten about. Frankly, I hadn't used it in a while, and that's you just simply turn a bit of a Morse taper, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Something like this. And then you go ahead and just tap it into the spindle using a mallet. This is a really old school way to do it. Works larger with large lathes with strong bearings. Many lathes you need to be careful that you don't damage the bearings, but this is a very strong hold. Let me show you. You might have to tap it back every now and then if it works loose. It does generally do better if you cut the cord in there when it's coming loose. Just tap it back in. Once you get it round and you're not bouncing, it does a little better. And then I'm extended out. This works better for small frankly, small tapers, or ones, you know, if I bring up the tailstock, which is probably not a bad idea anyway, you know, it eliminates those problems. Now I can use this wood to make those little birdie heads out of. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're a visitor especially, give it a like and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Y'all stay safe. Come on back here.